The second shipment, and Amazon raised the price back up to $25.95. So I said, well, that's going to kill the sales. At the meantime, they started gathering up dented books, and it got up to like 39 dented books that they weren't sell, which are mine, returned to, because in the publishing industry they get to do that. So there's 39 dented books there, and they jacked my price up, and I was watching the sales slow down. I just brought in 1,000 of them, they jacked up the price back to standard, and the sales were slowing down. So I'm looking at that, and I said, okay, I'm going to write up a nice big analysis of their pricing to show them that they got to drop the price back down to $18.10, because I can appeal to them to do that, ask them to do that. So I started writing out this whole thing. I looked at it, and Amazon's right. Amazon's right to be charging $25.95 because they do have the warehouse space, they do have all that kind of stuff. I'll bring it next week, my analysis. The turn that they're getting, the profit margin that they're getting is better for them to sell fewer and do less work for more money. Okay, so it made perfect sense. So I can't make the argument because I can't convince myself. How am I going to convince Amazon? So then I said, well, send back those 39 books, and because you can sell not only to Amazon, if you get the. I said, what do you do with the defective books? They said, sell them on Amazon, through Amazon Market. So I said, okay. So I said, what price did they have before? They had like $17.10 or something, their low price. So I said, okay, $16.99 used books, signed by author. So I put them up there. Sales start coming in because Amazon puts that up against theirs at $25.95. So orders start coming in directly to me for used books signed by author at $16.99, which the sell on Amazon, I'm actually making more money selling used books on Amazon than selling new books to Amazon. Well, the problem is the order's coming in, I haven't received the 39 books yet, defective books. So what am I going to do? Send them brand new ones. I just I start shipping out the brand new because I don't want to lose these sales. So I start shipping out these brand new ones. I'm making more money selling new books as used with my signature. So that's another sales channel. So and then I go and reanalyze this and say, well, this is even better. So every time they do something that looks bad to me, I end up making more money. So very strange. Then sales to retail. I haven't even pushed retail sales, but retailers will call up because when they go to Amazon, somebody says they see it in a course catalog or something. They go to Amazon, they see the Amazon price, they see the local price is the same. They want to buy from the retailer, so they go ask the retailer. So without pushing it to retailers first yet. I'm getting orders from retailers. So that's the price, the distribution. So what cost me $3,283.31, my gross sales is $12,226. The gross profit is $8,942. Gross profit. But hang on, don't get excited if that looks good because it's not yet. Especially if you didn't like my earlier one. But I want to show you this document before we get into the final thing. Page 16 is after you've done a shipment up to a year later or longer, United States Customs Service can come back and say you're wrong. And a matter of fact, they're wrong. The customs broker got the wrong number. If you look real closely on the earlier documents, they got the wrong HTS number. Happily, it's duty-free either HTS number. Sometimes that's not the case. Okay? So on the most recent shipment, yes, I have corrected it, but it won't matter because all of them are duty-free. But customs can take up to a year, or they can file an appeal and take longer and say, we disagree with what you did a long time ago. This is what it looks like. Okay? If I actually paid too much, this would be a check. If I paid too little, it would be a bill. But it came like this, and I paid $28.31, and it says you owe $28.31, and so it liquidates. Liquidates means they're going to file it away and never look at it again. They're done with this file. So even though you've imported something and you've paid customs some money and all that, doesn't mean it's over. Up to a year later, they can come back and talk to you about that. So for the shipments, Seattle Teachers College, I'm running this through Seattle Teachers College, a business that I have. Because why do I do that? Because my CPA told me to. I do what he says. Okay, I do what I want to do, but I structure it the way he says. So gross sales for the year 2007, which means the shipment in 2006 that I brought in, sold some in 2006, sold most of it in 2007, brought in another shipment in the middle of 2007, sold all that, brought in another shipment in late 2007. Frequency thing, always 1,000. I don't want quantities, just pick up the frequency more and more. So here's that lifestyle thing again. This is charging off one thing I do to one business as part of everything I do. So the gross sales for the year, 18,142 in these books. Cost of goods sold was $4,502, which is one $3,000 shipment and a half of another shipment. So $4,500 was the cost of goods. Gross profit was $13,360. Then I start charging things off, and I say, oh, I better get a new photocopy machine. I like this one, so there's $620 for a photocopy machine, and that's why I'm charging. That's why it's showing up here. Office rent, advertising, building some more sales downstream, bank fees. I can get that down. A lot of that has to do with the credit card on the website. You get a website merchant account, they nail you. Yeah, $50 a month. That's like $600 right there. So Costco, I looked at Costco's, and it's like $48 a month. I mean, okay, $2 off. Licenses, postage, because selling to Amazon, the publishing industry ships free. So I got to ship free, which sucks. So it's a cost. Professional fees, travel. Now, the going over to Hong Kong, part of the expense of going over to Hong Kong, I charge off to this activity. So other expenses get charged off to other activities. So travel fees, meals, and entertainment. So when you look at travel, meals, and entertainment, the time it took to do that work and to spend that money, well, the business paid for that. And that is lifestyle. So you see what's going on here? So there's all sorts of things here that lifestyle charging off. Now, postage and licenses is not lifestyle, and bank fees is not lifestyle, but those are overhead costs. So the net profit is $26.70, which is a little over 10%. I haven't checked yet what it is in the industry, because I don't really care right now. I'm selling and making money, but that's $26.70. Well, what this does not show, what is the other one that would show the fact that I've got $3,000 worth of cost books sitting in the warehouse? Balance sheet. So the sheet would show that I got $3,000 cost, $12,000 wholesale sitting in the warehouse. So cumulatively, this is picking up. Now, what I want to convey here is, look how narrow this is. Think in terms. Don't think in terms of starting a big business. That'll overwhelm. Think in terms of something real small. Do it. Repeat as necessary. Pick up the frequency. I thought I had 200 a year. It's 1,000 6 months. The frequency's picking up good. I haven't even started marketing to stores yet, and I'm figuring out how I can do that. Working on that. So build that up. Now, what's the obvious thing here? If I, a teacher, can do this with a minimum of 200 books sold and turn into this break-even point and all that kind of stuff, well, how many other teachers in America can do that? All of them. So at that point, this can be replicated with other people. So the way to build this business, if I want to do so, is to go lateral to all the other teachers after I show them how it's done. Okay? So you got this strange thing where you got a business person who happens to be an importer that happens to teach on the side, who happens to get a book written, who at the time Google and Amazon formed, decided, wait a minute, I can get a better price, I will go overseas. You know, what are the chances of the stars lining up along those? Not real common, but there it is. You have the exact same things going on in your life. Okay? Something. It's not writing a book or whatever else. You got the exact same thing. If you look at it that way and you look at it and say, wait a minute, paying a publisher $15 or whatever for that is wrong. They're not doing it right anyway. What can I do for myself here that will solve that? I wasn't even thinking about anybody else when I started this. But when I got it done, I said, wait a minute. Every teacher. And what really impressed it on me is when people, other teachers talking to them, said, oh, you got a book, how'd you do that? And then how are you doing it now? And then their jaw drops, they want to do it too. So I got a big stack of business cards from teachers who are waiting for me to show them, write it all up and show them how to do it.